this video, I wanted to show you this beautiful box set that I was given as a gift of James Jean's Memu collection of 100 postcards. So if you've seen my tattoo show and tell video, you might have noticed on my left arm I've got a tattoo of James Jean's pomegranate design, and I can't explain how much I love his artwork. So this collection is just beautiful. I've kept it all in order. I'm quite obsessive about that, and I don't think I will ever be able to actually send one as a postcard, just because I think it will be too sad to break them up. I like having it as though it's like a photo album, but I just wanted to show you the postcards and also read the little bit of information on the back of them. Obviously, as is a postcard, there isn't too much information written, so it's left blank for you to write or draw something. But there's a little line with the title, the medium, and the date or the year that the artwork was made. So I just wanted to show you that. And the box itself is beautiful. This first one is called Beauty Kill, and it's digital from 2011. This next one is Big 5, and it's oil and 2 canvases, also from 2011. Third one is Birdcage, and it's graphite digitally coloured from 2010. That was Black Dog, graphite and digital, 2012. This was Braid, acrylic, gouache and colour pencil on paper from 2011. This one's gorgeous. That was Butterfly Swarm 3, digital, 2010. Cameron, acrylic and oil on wood panel, 2012. This This one has so much detail, it's insane. Hopefully it can focus. I'll try to. There we go. This one is called Carnage, Ink on Paper 2012. Carrier, which is also Ink on Paper from 2012. Cherubs 1, acrylic, oil and pastel on 2 canvases from 2010. And this is Cherub 2. This is Choir, oil and acrylic on synthetic textile from 2012. I really love this one. This is Chrome, Ink on Paper and Plexiglass from 2012. This is Collision, acrylic and oil on 2 canvases from 2010. It's hard to tell which way it goes round, really. This is Coral Hound, colour pencil, graphite, acrylic and digital from 2011. This is one of the first images I remember seeing of James Jean's work. This is Diddley Bow, colour pencil and digital from 2007. Inoki, Ink on Paper 2010. I really love this next one. It's called Escape, Graphite and Digital from 2011. And in contrast, I also really love this style. Really dark and kind of gothic and moody. It's called Excavation. Acrylic and oil on 2 canvases from 2009. This is Figure Drawing Charcoal on Paper, 2010. The next is Figure Drawing Ink on WC Paper, 2009. The next is another figure drawing, ink on WC paper from 2009. I love this one. I love his ones that are... That was my dog sighing. His paintings or inkings or drawings that are really kind of complicated and detailed, but also not kind of overcomplicated by colour. That one is Flora, ink on paper, 2010. The next is Cord, ink on paper, from 2011. Then Guano, ink on paper, from 2010. He has such a good imagination. I think that's my favourite thing about him as an artist. Just so much detail without possibly using a reference. This one is one of my favourites. It's Hanya, ink on paper, 2011. There's just so much detail. I'll try to... This next one is so beautiful as well. It is Horse 2, ink on paper and plexiglass, 2012. Then Horse 3, ink on paper, 2013. This one's so, unbelievably detailed and layered. It's called Horse 4. Acrylic on 36 wood panels, 2013. You might be able to hear my dog doing a lot of sighing in the background. Then Hound, mixed media on paper, 2008. these next two are linked. I'll have a little check. Yeah, so this is Hunting Party 1 and 2, acrylic, oil, pastel and wax on 2 canvases from 2009. There's just so much detail, it'll be really hard to get across. This is India acrylic and pumice on wood panel from 2012. And the next is also one of my favourites. This is jelly ink on paper and plexiglass from 2012. Liber Novus acrylic, oil and pastel on canvas from 2009. There's just so much colour and depth. I think this one must be digital. Lotus War Day, graphite and digital from 2011. This one's so beautiful. I think the next one is linked. And another. Oh, there's 4. There's going to be no chance to show these in a good way, but these are Lotus War Nights 1, 2, 3 and 4, graphite and digital, 2011. I don't think they link anyway, but they were so beautiful. So this is the first. This is the second. The third. And the fourth. And then this is Maize, mixed media on paper from 2008. And that's the front cover design. That's Maize 2, graphite and digital, 2013. And this is also one of my favourites. Just so many intricate little ink lines. This next one is called None. And it is acrylic and ink on paper from 2009. This one is so beautiful. When I think of James Jean, it's this kind of image that I think of, even though his style varies so much, like you'll see on the next one as well. It's called Ottoman ink on paper from 2011. This one is OVM Drip, graphite and digital from 2010. This is called OVM Fungi, graphite and digital, also from 2010. This is OVM Skull, graphite and digital from 2010. I really love this one too. It's OVM Strata, graphite and digital from 2010. This one is Pagoda 1 and Pagoda 2, ink on paper, 2012. And now I think that it's always hard to tell which way they're supposed to be viewed when it's a James Dean's piece. This is Parched Graphite and Digital 2009. And the next is Pauline, Oil and Pastel on 2 wood panels from 2012. This is Pearl, ink on paper from 2013. I love this one so much. It's Pescados, ink on paper from 2013. And the next one is Philosopher, ink on paper from 2010. This next one is Plant, acrylic on synthetic textile from 2012. Then it's Poor Thing, charcoal and digital from 2007. Then it's PR3 slipcase, acrylic and digital from 2009. And the next ones are another big group of wallpapers. So I'll try to find a way to show them. So these are Prada Epicenter wallpaper from 2007, graphite and digital. That's number 1. Number 2. Number 3 and 4. These are Prada Milan wallpapers. 1, 2, and 3. He's lucky, well, not lucky, he's very talented, but he's broken kind of into the commercial artistic light, which is good. This one's beautiful. It's Prada Trembled Blossoms Nymph, Graphite and Digital, 2007 to 8. The next one is Prada Trembled Blossoms Satyr, Graphite and Digital, 2007 to 2008. And in the same medium, from the same year, Prada Trembled Blossoms Shadows. And finally, Prada Trembled Blossoms Nectar. Then we have Puppet, Ink on Paper, 2013. And the next is Reclame Ink and Digital, 2012. And as you can see, he's got so many different styles, but he's really recognisable. But it's this kind of thing that I associate the most with him. Rickshaw 2, Ink on Paper and Plexiglass, 2012. Rust, Ink on Paper, 2010. Seamstress, Acrylic Pastel and Oil on Canvas, 2010. Seek, Acrylic and Oil on Canvas mounted on wood panel, 2012. Singers, Acrylic on Wood Panels, 2010. Sirens, Graphite and Digital, from 2011. I love this one so much. Sleeper, Oil and Wood Panel, from 2012. Smoke Signal, Graphite and Digital, from 2011. Soma Boss, Graphite and Digital, from 2012. And the leap from that one to this one, which are just a year apart, is just, it shows the amount of range that he has as an artist. This is Student, Acrylic and Pumice on Wood Panel, from 2011.
Then Talib Kweli, Graphite, Ink and Digital from 2012. Tanuki, Ink on Paper 2010. This is Thorn, Oil and Spray Paint on synthetic textile from 2012, and this one has lots of little blue dots and a perfect grid over it that you may not be able to see. Then Tiger, acrylic, oil and pastel on 2 canvases, 2010. Tuba, Ink on Paper and Plexiglass from 2012. So he clearly had a lot of plexiglass lying around in 2012. Tuma, Ink on Paper 2012. And this one has a grid of red dots over it. And it's called Text, acrylic on synthetic textile from 2012. I love this one so much. It's called Vanity, Oil and Paper 2008. Then we have another series. These are Vellum 1 and 2, Graphite, Ink and Digital from 2012. Then we have Vellum Cascade, Graphite and Digital from 2012. Then Virgin, acrylic and oil on canvas from 2010. Then Visera, ink on paper from 2010. Then Wasps, ink on paper from 2010. There's only a few left now. The next is so beautiful. It's definitely my top 3. And it's Wave Buried, Graphite and Digital from 2012. The next is Wave Skull, Graphite and Digital from 2012. And the final one is Year of Rabbit, ink on paper, 2010. So they're all successfully back into their order. as you can see, that's why I like it in the order that it's in. There's pairs and groups of 3s and 4s, and generally some kind of order, not chronologically, but I like the order that it's in. It shows the amount of range that he has and how much his artwork varies. Yeah, it's really beautiful. I prefer the ones that aren't so digital and kind of crisp and clinical, but not too kind of like life drawing style either. I like his kind of mixed media, more layered, vibrant coloured ones, and his more simplistic ink ones too. But yeah, that was the James Jean 100 Postcards collection. It's just so beautiful, I thought I would show you. I really hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.